Are we starting? Starting. Why do you have to do homework, dude? Just cast with me, what the hell? Alright, let's get spans and picks going. Let's go, let's go. Oriana ban, is that a targeted ban?
I'm
It's a
not sure
very,
here.
very weird ban.
Yeah, it is kind of a real safe mid character, so I did see that ban coming out on that side or from another team previously, so it very well could be targeted.
There's some sick Oriana player we aren't seeing. It's
Yeah.
kinda disappointing.
And already we see an Elise ban coming up against Subsonic, which I believe is another targeted ban because of a really strong Elise play coming from Swerve or Subsonic some of the earlier games this week.
Yep, and Vi, another really common ban. Really strong ults, really strong ganks after 6. So scary.
Blitz is a pretty common ban in the lower elos too. Not so much at the higher ones, but I think that Blitz is typically banned because of the really capitalization on people being out of location at this level.
And the skin is like broken. You cannot see that crap.
Yeah,
I've laid against that. It's terrible.
yeah. Actually,
Right,
uh,
please.
I think Riot said they might be fixing that, huh?
Hmm. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Until then, we'll just see a lot of Blitz bans.
Damn, I'm only picked up first
Oh,
pick.
and that is a first pick, a fast and early grab for a Moo. I'd be interested to see. You think they're gonna pick up MF for that, or maybe somebody else?
Well, it is pretty classic to have that MF with Diamumu ult. The Wombo combo is very, very heavy.
Curse of the
Really
sad,
good.
curse of the bullet time.
Yeah, exactly.
And already Xin Zhao picked up again, and I think we saw him playing Xin Zhao on that team just our last scrim, and he was doing pretty well with the invades and stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of counter jungling coming in from that.
Yeah, Zen is a really strong jungler right now. His clear is really good. His ganks are terribly good, and like he's just overall really, really strong. As I said also earlier, I don't know if you um, read this or not, but I gave advice to the Bronze 5 player that said, "Oh, I can't get out of Bronze 5." I said, "Play Zinzal, mash your head on keyboard, and you'll get
Yeah,
silver and gold in no time."
pretty
It's
much.
really not that hard.
Pretty much.
It's really strong, really strong.
Now, we also have a Gragas pick. Was that a random, or you think that was just a last minute pick? Because it came in there kind of fast.
Never underestimate the fatty.
We've got an Alistar, kind of an interesting. Now, Alistar MF is a pretty strong lane, so I would be interested to see. Oh, and picking up Garen. Already, we're looking pretty dang tanky on the blue side.
Oh, those dunks, man.
Last
Dunks.
last last minute switch to Darius. Interesting. We've got a Nautilus pick on the purple side.
They're hovering over Nautilus, yeah. Let's see. See if that gets locked in. Damn. I don't really want to like get too hyped about this, but like this is pretty good team comp. They have like really good like skirmishing team comp because of Kill Slow, Zin Slow, and Nautilus has amazing CC, but it's single target. It's not necessarily AOE, so
Yeah.
it's really good for. And there they switch up everything. Why did I say anything?
uh,
Dang.
there we go. We've got a... So, it's kind of interesting. We've got Nidalee and Gragas. So, you think that's Gragas mid, Nidalee support, maybe?
I have no clue. I have no clue. It was really weird.
The only, that is kind of an interesting thing. We have a lot of characters that can fill a lot of roles. Gragas, typically mid, but could go top. Xin Zhao, typically jungle, but could go top. Nautilus could be support jungle, typically jungle. And, Nidalee, who could go, all three, so... They could actually, be running the, AP Nidalee bottom with a support, even.
Wow. You saw that game? Man, I saw that game. I was blown away. Damn.
It's very interesting. We really got a lot of switching up happening here for Season 3. Ooh, I like what I'm seeing on the blue team. Oh, and a last minute switch to Varus. That is just a lot of CC.
That is really good for group AoE CC. Like, Amumu will ult, Ryze has AoE spells, Darius is an AoE Q, Alistar is an AoE knockup, Ferris is an AoE ult. It's just gonna be a wombo combo, basically, if they pull it off.
That is a ton of CC. Every character there has something, so I think we might see team fights, initiate with Amumu and have Ryze and Varus follow up with a lot of CC, a lot of AoE, and we actually have a cleanup with Darius. I kind of like that.
It is a nasty team comp.
It is a very nasty team comp.
And on purple team we have Gragas top or Nidalee top. I'm not sure. I've seen both actually.
Oh, we actually have a Nautilus support. It's kind of an interesting pick. I'm not so sure that that's gonna be very strong. I mean, they do have an Alistar, so it might be a battle of the tanks down there, but just not a lot of damage and no real sustain. So I think that we'll see Varus and Alistar really pushing the lane. Do you think they can counteract what Tristana has for natural push, or?
I think this lane will be probably determined if Alistar can land a good combo. If he lands like a really good combo, the lane is basically done. They get a free kill, or at least like flashes and summoners, and basically the lane would be decided in blue team's favor.
Yeah.
Alistar and Varus.
That's true. I'm not really sure what Nautilus can bring to the team, mid-game, but hopefully he'll be able to bring something early or late game.
Well, again, he has this really good single target initiation, really good single target CC. His AoE CC is kind of lacking. Not as good as Mumu, definitely. So, we'll see how that pans out.
We do have Nidalee top versus Darius. Nidalee is pretty hard to counter, but with that scoop, I guess she might just dash away.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm guessing he's gonna go AD Nidalee, which is really geared towards winning lane and winning early game lane, especially. As long as she doesn't get camped, she'll be fine, I think. But yeah.
So
Nidalee should win.
Amumu has kind of an early weak game, so we might even see an invade coming on here from Manly Man Club. I know last time they almost went for a red invade and they backed off, so I'm really interested to see if we're going to see something like that again, just trying to shut down that Amumu pretty early.
Well, it depends on how they play the early game. If they decide to really ward if they decide to put early pressure, they'll certainly be able to apply pressure to the Mumu jungle and certainly set him behind, either by taking one of his buffs or just scaring him away in general. So if they play that well, they'll be able to do that. If not, then the Mumu will just be on his way and won't be that sad.
I'm a little bit scared, frankly, because last game, I think after that level 1 fight, even after that, Xin Zhao was all up in Hecarim's jungle pretty much non-stop.
Yeah, Zinzao really played that really well. He was able to pressure Hecarim and just really kind of shove his face down into mud. He was really able to suppress him really well early in mid game. But we'll see how this plays out because damn, that Rise is scary. Rise
Yeah,
is like so scary.
that AoE. Even with the Xin Zhao knock-up and the get away from Gragas, the AoE and the CC on blue side is just too strong, and they're also really tanky. Again, just battle the tanks.
Hmm.
While we're waiting, would you care to explain a little bit what's the LRSS about?
The LRSS. Well, um, I mean, it's basically to get people who don't really play in a team environment to get them together in a team and to kind of progress and get better together, I guess. And I think you guys have agreed to have kind of a LOL kicking score, medium,
Yeah,
like
correct.
average, yeah.
Yeah,
So as to have the teams kind of balance out. But I don't know if it's better to have kind of a higher rated player on with like a bunch of much lower rated players, or just a bunch of average medium players. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because sometimes the difference can be kind of uh, deterring, I guess, when you play in a team game and you kind of can identify that weak link, or kind of their weakest hero or their weakest lane.
right.
And if the enemy team are smart enough, they can probably exploit that. But we'll see how it goes. I mean,
Yeah. Typically, we've seen that the teams with the higher level players actually don't do as well against the teams with, just a team of bronze or silvers who are really coordinated together.
yeah, I guess leadership is important as well. So I mean, we would have to see how each team functions individually in their Skype chat or whatever. So
We might be seeing what's going on here, and maybe after the match we can get some interviews going with the captains.
wow, interviews, damn.
Yeah, we usually try to interview the captains at the end of a match.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, you should probably work on those questions. Just kidding.
Wow, man.
Uh,
Damn, that Oktoberfest Gragas skin is like so good.
yeah,
I want that.
there's actually a there's a fan art Sona Oktoberfest skin that is pretty nice.
Wow, I haven't seen that. Check that out.
It's yeah, it's fan art, but it's really, really, really well done.
Yep. Let's see, starting items. Wow. Boots on Italy. Boots on Tristana. Come on, no boots. Please, stop.
It's got a lot of sustain for bottom lane with that 3 potion start.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the thing is, the reason why people have stopped buying boots is because, first of all, it's not as important to have as much movement speed really early game. But second of all, the bonus AD, the bonus health. Oh, Alistar. Well, Alistar might die. Oh, Alistar's dead.
Hang on here just a minute. We got a little bit of a delay in the stream, so in a second here I'm going to have you reset it back to 0 so we can cast together.
Oh, damn! I just spoiled everything for you guys. Sorry.
It's okay. My computer, for whatever reason, enjoys loading this very quickly.
So we're gonna start from 0.
Right now, yes.
Okay. Right now.
Yep.
미니언 생성까지
see.
30초 남았습니다.
So already we see Biscuit and the typical utility masters picked up on Alistar, but not on Nautilus. So it might be that Nautilus actually went for a tanky mastery build this game.
Yep.
Already we have Purple Side's already bought all their items and is moving out of the base. Meanwhile, Blue is just kind of sitting, picking their noses in the fountain over there.
Definitely.
나사의 협곡에
Yeah.
오신 것을
And it looks like Purple Team sent Nidalee top to maybe defend while the four of them go for a red invade down through the bottom tri-bush. And actually, Alistar steps into the tri-bush alone, Ignite goes down, and Tristana jumps in. Gragas picks up a kill for an early first blood. The blue team is notified of their presence there, and they actually back off and don't go for the invade of the buff. Are we on the same page?
Yep.
Cool.
Alright. Like starting items and stuff. Because, well, what I was saying before is the reason why you don't go boots anymore is because it only gives you 25 movement speed, which if you have 330 average, 240, maybe 350 on the fastest heroes, 25 doesn't do that much for you. So generally it's much more gold efficient to just buy like pots and wards or
Right.
flask and wards or, fairy charm and pots and wards or whatever. Like there's tons of starts that are much more gold efficient
And
early
we
game.
actually have an invade coming in here on purple again. They're picking up a Mumu and he's cut off by Xin the slow. Tristana jumps in and Xin picks up an early kill. So here again we're talking about the weak early game of Mumu. And purple team really capitalizing on that, picking up an early blue buff as bottom and everyone else heads on to their lanes.
That is a sad mummy.
That is a
Very
sad
sad.
mummy. So do you think that Mumu's going to be able to make a comeback here? Are they going to go for his blue buff, or is he really just going to have to sit back, farm, and be sad as sad mummy is?
They took a while actually getting the blue buff because it kept resetting. I don't know why they didn't just like drag it back. It just kept resetting. But
Yeah. Everybody's a little bit late to their lanes on purple side. We actually might see a level 2 advantage here on mid from Gragas, but down bottom I think that Varus and Alistar are probably going to have level 2 up on Tristana.
yeah, I mean Nautilus was kind of derping around. I think it was warding blue and stuff, making sure that Amumu wasn't gonna steal their blue.
So we see that level 2 advantage on Varus, but they don't really do anything with it. They really just push up here.
I think they just Alistar got heal level 2 instead of W, so there's not that many plays you can do. Once he gets to level 3 though, hopefully he'll be able to impress us with his WQ combo, which will be amazing and will not fail. Hopefully.
Definitely. And already we see Nautilus has lost control of his bush.
The ward war.
Mumu kind of just pudging along there, not even picking up red yet. Looks like Gragas might get an early blue there from Xin.
Yeah, it should really help Gragas out. I don't think he necessarily needs that blue, but it will definitely help him in lane against Rise. Hopefully he doesn't feed it to Rise though,
Yeah.
because he is melee.
We have a lot of damage there bottom that just went down onto Nautilus. Despite his somewhat tankiness, it looks like he is forced to pop some potions there.
Let's see. I just want to see, because I don't know why blue team are necessarily pushing bottom lane that hard. It really limits the amount of plays that you can do with Alistar.
That's true.
So, I don't know.
You think they might be scared of, well, actually, they don't seem to be afraid of the Tristana jump. They really could get chased way far back, and they're still just pushing up. It might be because of the ward coverage. Alistar seemed to have blown all his wards, which is kind of smart, getting scared of that Xin invade from Tribush, but you're right, I think they paid a price.
Oh man, please Alistar. Yes!
They're
Yes, that
actually
WQ combo.
focusing Nautilus. Meanwhile, at
first.
top, we have a gank going on to Darius, but it seems that he might be able to just walk away.
Yeah.
No fear there coming from top Darius. No ward even.
No word.
No ward.
It's risky.
He is not scared. Did not go to church today.
See, what we saw bot earlier also was the amount of damage that Varus could put out to Nautilus was pretty considerable. I mean, he does have armor runes. Like Nautilus has armor runes. He has 51 armor. Like he's reasonably tanky to be level 4. And Varus did do quite a good chunk of his health with that long sword. I mean, if he had boots, he couldn't have done as much probably. So I mean, if you look at it that way, stop buying boots.
Yeah. And mid lane, wow, we get a good stun from Rise, and Ignite goes off, but I'm not sure that it will be enough. Oh, he goes for the dive. Gragas spends an unnecessary flash out, but gets a wonderful kill on Rise there. Amumu here just gonna try and pick something else up, but does he realize Gragas is level 6? I'm not quite sure.
He's scared. Don't be scared,
He probably should be. He's got a red buff and full mana, which is nice, but he's a couple levels behind.
Yeah, that blue buff definitely helped him, Gragas get the kill on Rise, because his E was able to, like, his E was up in 3 seconds after he used it, so that definitely helped him.
And there we go.
Is he gonna kill him, Mumu?
Yeah, he can. Oh, he's out of mana, but he should have something here. Here we go. They're doing a little chase, and Amumu blows his flash, actually, and seems to be able to get away from that one. Meanwhile, Gragas is just going to recall, take it easy, and maybe take what he got.
He did get quite a bit from that, though.
Yeah.
Free flash.
Yeah, free flash. Meanwhile, mid, it looks like we actually already have some items picked up on both sides.
Yeah, there's kind of weird items, actually. I mean, Rise's items are fine. It's just Gragas, it's just kind of weird. Boots, Sapphire Crystal, Blasting Wand, that's kind of weird to grab really early.
He's got a lot of ward coverage.
Definitely.
I think typically we would have expected maybe the jungler to pick up some of that slack so the mid laner can spin that on items.
Oh, there's a blue invade. Since that was level 4? What? No way.
No. That's kind of a bad idea for an invade if you got a level 4 Xin Zhao. Maybe he spent too much time ganking. They're actually going to waste a lot of time here just kind of sitting around and allowing top blue side to respond.
They are wasting quite a bit of time. They aren't even starting it up. They both know they're like in either position.
They are just kind of doing the dance. And it
These
looks
dances
like,
aren't necessary.
yeah, it looks like purple side's just going to back off there.
Smart choice. Because since I was very behind, even though he got like 3 buffs. Gragas for the steal. Oh, no.
So,
Oh, bottom lane. Oh, Alistar. Why do you miss your pulverizes, bro?
we have a lot of damage still going on to Nautilus. Oh wow, we got a flash blown as Nautilus goes for the pole. Varus lands an ult on Tristana mid-air and pushes her all the way back. The exhaust goes down and he tries to finish her off, but he has to back off. Nautilus, meanwhile, is just pounding on Varus. Varus is going to get away, but no. Actually, Tristana leaps away and Xin Zhao comes in for the scare off of Alistar. Really probably a bad play on blue side. They really just seem to focus the wrong person there.
Yeah, I think they kind of didn't like predict how much damage Tristana would do. I think because when Tristana jumped on Varus, Varus landed ult, but it didn't really snare her, so it's just kind of weird trade. And Alistar missed a pull earlier, which kind of made Nautilus engage on Varus because Pulve was down, so why not?
Yeah, pretty good trade on the side of purple. Support for an AD carry.
Definitely. Let's see. Tristana's going for the early BF sword, and Varus is going for the Blade of the Ruined King, I think. That's kind of interesting choices. Because... oh god,
Oh, we have a
lane.
flash and pulverize coming onto Tristana, but Varus is too low. There's too much damage. Tristana is able to pick up a kill while Alistar is just too far behind to peel for his carry.
That was really well played by Tristana.
Yeah, that's
They
another
really-
example of that pulverize kind of being misused.
Mm-hmm. I think what happened there is just like the power that BF sword gives was stronger at that time than Varus's Village Water class, which gives half basically the amount of AD. So they were just able to benefit, and they're getting a dragon from it.
학살 중. 보라팀이 드래곤을 처치했습니다.
Oh man, Greg is getting chased. He's gonna get away.
Oh, forced to blow the Amumu ult to try and get away, but is he gonna make it? No. So that is a wasted Amumu ult on the side of blue team.
Purple team are definitely in the lead for this one. It's a nice gold advantage, nice kill advantage, and nice CS advantage. So, oh, is that headbutt pull gonna land? Oh, just
Varus
dead.
throws in the ultimate, a real good one on Tristana, and he goes in to try and finish the kill, but she already has her leap up and she hops away without a problem. Nautilus is able to get away with a flash, and neither of them goes for the dive for the tower.
Yeah, if Alistar would have landed his EQ combo, WQ combo, Varus wouldn't have needed to waste his ult. So I think that would have been slightly better. But either way, that was kind of weird because Tristana should have died probably. I don't think Varus has enough damage though at the moment, so that's why they're kind of struggling.
Tristana has that 3-0, so. And I'm actually gonna let you cast from here.
Alright, have fun.
Okay, I'll
Doing
still be.
homework and stuff.
I'm still streaming and listening in. It's still streaming from my PC, so I should hear you.
Alright, cool. So, Mumu was looking to gank top lane. But Nidalee's like retarded, so it's so hard to gank a Nidalee after 6, especially if you don't have really hard engage. He hasn't even been back to buy yet. It's been 13 minutes into the game, so should be going back now. Wow, this dive mid lane is just so weird. Alistar just like went around the turret and didn't do anything. Let's see. Looks like purple are grouping to push down mid to kind of zerg the tower. I don't know if that'll work or not though. Because blue team are also grouped, so they can defend this quite easily. Wow, nearly just straight up bought an Iceborne Gauntlet. That is ridiculous. How did she have enough money for straight up an Iceborne Gauntlet? Damn. I think she's gonna just look to split push. I mean, you can't really fight. The only way you can really fight with this team is if Gragas lands a good ult. And disperses the team, spreads out the team enough so that... oh man, Zinzao might be caught. Zinzao's caught. Is it gonna be a Mumult? Wow, nice counter engage. AoE madness. Wow. Can Tristana clean it up? Quadra kills from Darius. And a triple kill from Tristana. That team fight was ridiculous. Basically, all of blue team did really good AoE combo. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough damage to overcome the lead that purple team already built up. So, purple team was, well, they were able to end up traded equally. But I'd say blue team was probably most benefited from that because they were behind initially. So, you know, a trade of 4 for 4 isn't that bad if you are already behind. So, it worked out pretty decently well for them. Let's see here. What I'm surprised though is that Gragas didn't use his ult in that team fight, so I don't know if I missed it or it just didn't go off properly. I didn't really see it, so we'll see how that goes though. I guess it's back to farming and the laning phase then. Decided to brawl mid. Everyone goes back to the lanes. I'll start trying to gank top. Let's see how that goes. But it's Italy. It's just gonna pounce away and be like, no All-Star. Not today. See if Xin Zhao and Italy can make something happen. No, apparently they don't want to. Xin Zhao backed off. Wants to do something else, apparently. Let's see how that works. What the heck, that Rise build? What the heck? Rise has the weirdest build I've ever seen on Rise. Why would, with a Chalice of Harmony, which makes no sense whatsoever. Why would you not get a Catalyst? I guess didn't have enough money or wanted MR? Not sure at all. But I would totally not do that. And Tristana is just being Tristana and being, oh, it's late game already because I'm super farmed and super fed up the butt, so screw everyone, I'm gonna kill people. Damn, I hate Tristana. She's so broken. I'm still wondering, like, what are they trying to do top? Like, clearly they can't push against Nidalee because she has the Iceborne Gauntlet, so they clearly can't dive her either. So they're just basically dual laning on Nidalee to try to stop her from split pushing. But you're just farming her up and opening other opportunities on the map. Even though Xin Zhao isn't pressuring any objective or pressuring any team fights or forcing any team fights, except right now that he's going top. Let's see if something can happen. I don't think so because it's Darius and Alistar, and you do not want to die by Darius and Alistar because you will be CC'd to death, and then you will be dunked. Wow. Nearly in a bad position, but she's nearly, so he jumps away like a cat. And Rise is like a sad panda and cannot get a blue for the life of him, so he's just gonna sit in the bush and be sad. Meanwhile, they're sitting in bushes trying to be sneaky, both purple team and blue team. I think they're sneaky. Like, you're not sneaky if you're in a bush that is warded. That is not sneaky. You're not sneaky. Like, running around and wasting time is not the way you should press your advantage, especially if you have an advantage. Like, purple team has an advantage of gold, of items, a ton of stuff, and blue team are making the plays because they're pressuring objectives, while purple team are pressuring any objective at any point. Dragon has been up this entire time, Xin Zhao has been kind of wandering around in circles instead of doing anything useful. Like, you can either farm, push mid, pressure dragon, pressure any objective, or even buy wars and place them because you need them, because there are none for purple team, even though they have an advantage. If blue team keep grouping like this and keep pressuring towers and pushing down towers, they'll eventually win, because purple team don't know how to deal with it. Apparently, even though they have a gold lead, and item lead, and level lead, and everything lead, can't seem to find a fight they want to fight, even though they can fight quite a few fights. And just as I say this, they start fighting, because Tristana's here, and Tristana is legendary. And they're diving into Moo. Oh damn. Nala's going ham. Never mind. They're just gonna push down this tower now. Hopefully poke him down so I can get the tower down. And wow, Tristana is attacking the turret. Nobody's.
Looks like we might have a little bit of a skirmish going on here. We have everybody kind of doing the mid lane dance as Nidalee tries to push back the top lane. Is it going to be a 5-on-4 fight? We're going to see here. They might actually go for the dive. They are a bit behind, so I wouldn't recommend going ham here, but we might see a little bit of that happening regardless. Got another minion wave coming in, and Nidalee finally showing up for a full 5v5. Amumu ulting accidentally absolutely nothing. Purple decides to engage. Gragas goes in, and Xin Zhao leaps onto the AD carry. Paris gets a good ultimate, getting them out of there, and they actually pick up a kill on Alistar from Nautilus. Darius is able to scoop, but not really playing much of an influence here. He's trying to get Gragas, but he just flashes away, and he actually flashes himself away from Nautilus. We have Tristana just dealing consistent damage to Varus, and he actually goes down before the Nautilus ult even lands. It's a really good team fight here on the side of purple. Despite the good team comp we have on blue side, they accidentally blew the Amumu early. Darius is sticking around for no reason, dies despite the turret going down, and Ryze is going to go and back off. And purple goes ahead and picks up the turret, not an inhibitor, and actually backs off here. They actually pick up another dragon as well. Blue team is kind of just milling around, farming up, pushing up the lanes. But purple is doing a fairly good job of pushing their advantage at this point. We'll be hoping to see that they maybe pick up a Baron if they need to, or at least push down that middle inhibitor since it is bare here. I want to talk a little bit about the items we got going on. We already have a Ruby Sightstone on Alistar, and that's probably why we have such good ward coverage in the lower half of the jungle. They haven't really picked up anything on the top side, and that blue buff is really just sitting there. Blue really goes for the push on mid, while purple is backed, but purple's going to show up just in time to thwart that push. We also see here Nautilus actually picked up an Aegis, kind of an interesting pick. When you're that far ahead, you really don't want to go for an Aegis because it's such an expensive item on a support character. It's really good against teams that are of really strong AP, but Ryze really isn't posing a threat at the moment, so a little bit surprised that we didn't see something else off that Nautilus, like maybe a Shurelius. We do see Tristana cut out here. There goes an exhaust, a Varus, so Nautilus shows up in time to scare away the Varus and actually go for a pull. We might go to turn this around, the Nautilus ult goes off, and Tristana gets in there and grabs a kill. They're actually going to go for Alistar despite the ult, and they should turn around here. They have Gragas coming in on Ryze and Amumu, forcing Amumu to blow the flash to get away. Really good exchange there. Purple or blue side went on Tristana without any real good ward coverage, or at least purple side was able to show up without them knowing, and that's why they were forced to turn around. Had they had maybe that ward of blue buff, it might have been a different story, but because of that turnaround, they lost that engagement and might actually be losing a tower here with this push. And we do see purple and blue clumping up towards bottom here. It might be a one-sided engagement. We get a good stun off on Tristana, but nothing comes of it. Amumu is really just there for show, just trying to look pretty. And they pick up a tower with relative ease. We have kind of a 5v4 going on here, but purple is strong enough that they'd probably be able to take on this fight. They look to be backing off. Maybe they recognize that they're at a potential disadvantage in numbers. And blue team is chasing instead of, really spending their time pushing out lanes. We see just kind of milling about that you see at lower ELOs, where no one's really sure exactly what they're doing. They're picking up buffs, they're taking jungle camps, but nobody's going for Baron, nobody's going for objectives. Nobody's defending, nobody's attacking. Red buff is up, where's Varus? All this just kind of random clusterfuck going on. So we see the mid dance occurring again at mid. We have Varus down there picking up his buffs. Might see a push come in here from blue side as Alistar goes a little bit deep there for a offensive ward and a pink on Baron. So we might actually see blue team try and pick up that Baron to make a comeback, as long as Alistar doesn't get caught out here. Some grouping going on mid, and we might finally see a team fight, except we do have a disconnect from Ryze, unfortunately, and a reconnect even. And they actually get a Grive on Amumu. He throws the ult down, it goes onto a lot of people, and they get a Gragas ult and a Varus ult. Very good, but the damage is just not enough on blue side. It looks like the advantage is too much for them to counteract, and the tankiness on purple is just something to be combated with. They actually get another kill on to Ryze, and this will be an inhibitor, if not the end of the game. We'll actually see if they go to end this. They do not have minions for a while here. So let's see if they go for the push. They're going to get an inhibitor and at least should be able to get bottom turret, maybe an inhibitor turret here. And they are going to go for an inner turret. Let's see. It looks like they're going to go for a second turret, and they might be able to end out the game here. This could be GG, folks. There's too much of a lead on purple side. Blue team's going to come in, try and knock them away, but that is nothing that they can stop.
Go purple side. Yeah.
Go purple side. Well played. Well played.
Damn it.
So we did see a landslide of a victory here on purple side. We did have at least a 15,000 gold advantage. We had a 20 kill advantage, we had a 5 tower advantage, and they were able to finally close that out. Well played on the part of Manly Man Club. You know, just too much for Subsonic, who was ahead in circuit points, to really deal with.
Manly.
Too manly. I might take offense to that. I might take offense to
What?
that. Too
Why?
manly. I think that womanly is the way to go.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
just kidding. So while we're at this screen here, that is the first match of a best of 3. We do have a win here for the purple side, but we could see Subsonic make a comeback here and actually take the best 2 out of 3 match win here. We'll just get into this second match shortly.
Sorry about that, by the way.
No, that's okay. We
That's
had a
very
streamer PC crash.
Yeah. PC can't handle playing League, well, spectating League, apparently. So, decided to crash for some reason.
It's always good. We're gonna see our invites going out here pretty soon for the second game. It looks like we're going to have another game going on here. So the matches are actually best of 3. That was the first match. We should see Subsonic on the blue side now. I'm sorry, purple side. And you'll notice we have a chat room here in League. It's a really good place to hang out. This chat room, it's just LRSS. And we have scrims going on, we have games going on, we have matches going on. You'll see news, people chatting, real just fun place to hang out. We're going to get the invites going out here for the second game.
It's the best place to hang out.
Oh yeah,
LRSS.
definitely. Yeah, we've got a lot of exciting things going on. Basically, the LRSS is about, it actually stands for the LoL Rising Stars series. And it's about getting teams of lower ELOs together, and you can be high ELO and be on a team. We just find that if you're around the same skill level, you actually can easily outperform people who are gold, maybe even platinum, in fights as long as you stick together, practice with your team, that type of thing. So,
Team coordination.
Team
game,
coordination,
you win as a team, and you lose as a team.
100%. 100%.
See.
Okay, and
and
actually, I'm gonna get a co-caster for you here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. We're actually going to get 2 casters in here. I myself will not be casting, but I will be streaming. Okay, we're going to remake here, and we're going to get a 3rd spectator in here. We're actually going to have co-casting between LRSS Twitch and DeMarzio.
LRSS Twitch. Yeah.
Sorry about the no layer over screen here. We are going to get a game going here pretty dang soon, so it should be exciting.
Hopefully much more exciting than these last games. Come on, I want to see those wombo combos, man. Saw it a little bit from blue side last game, but it can be better. It can be better. Let's see it. Bring it.
Alright, getting into this game. There we go. Can't you change the spectators? Can't you change the number of spectators that you choose when you make the game?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Alright, we're gonna get another caster in here in about 3 minutes. Alrighty folks, while we're waiting, let me see if I can get a page up here with the site on it, and I'll kind of show you what's going on. We do have a new URL. It's LRSS.co, not .com. Real short URL, easier to share probably.
Is it the same layout of the website that was previously?
Yes, it is the same layout at the moment, but we are working on a new site already. The site that we have there is kind of just temporary, kind of just like, you know, best we can do.
Yeah.
But, I'm gonna get it pulled up here. There we go. Alright, so this is the site while we're waiting here. Actually, hey DeMarzia, would you mind if
Yeah.
you spectated from friends list so I can get Twitch in here since I'm here coordinating with you?
Alright, who wants to be my friend?
Who wants to be my friend? Add me. You'll be able to right click spectate me.
Can I spectate a spectator? You sure
Yeah.
that works?
Yep, I sure am. You can add one of these guys just in case here. Tasty Nubbins is a pretty good one to add. Tasty
well.
Nubbins.
I'll do it.
Okay. And we'll have to leave. You'll have to leave there.
Oh.
There we go. We'll get a game going real shortly.
I really hope that the LSS kicks off though. It's a really good site. I mean,
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun so far in matches every day, scrims every day, and it really feels like everyone's learning.
I think that's a really good point to learn as a team, not just for solo queue or whatever, but to coordinate and how to communicate properly, how to coordinate ganks and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
really important. Especially how you can just kind of submit, and you can just submit as a solo player and just be like, I'm looking for a team. This is my rank, this is my division, this is what I play.
Yeah, and
And you get contacted.
yeah, definitely.
Great.
Definitely. So we've got we had about 110 players who were looking for teams, but thanks to the awesome help of Dr. Leet Clown, he actually went through those last night and made about 70 players into teams, I think. So that's quite a few players, yeah. An extra 14 teams.
Alright.
Let me get him added to Skype here.
Oh, I'm in it. I'm just
Oh.
relaxing.
Okay, so Dimarzio here is going to spectate me as soon as we get into the actual game.
Okie dokie. I could have been the one spectating too. It would have been useful, but this works.
It's cool. Hey Twitch, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. Do you know what you're gonna be wanting to do, or do you just
Color
want
or
me to fill in?
play-by-play?
Yeah.
He prefers color.
Never done play-by-play before, but I'll do my best.
Yeah, we actually got, thanks to Twitch, we got a caster from the ESL, who is actually coaching our casters, which is pretty exciting. Apparently, there are two types of casters, and it's kind of meant so that you can coordinate without talking over each other. So there's something called the color caster, who's someone who really analyzes the game, analyzes what's going on, especially outside of team fights or after it happens. And then you have someone that is the play-by-play, who really, gets up there, gets talking fast, lets you know exactly what's happening as it's happening, while the action is going on. And we should have some invites coming out here. Good old Riot Client got a remake.
Adobe Air. Same old, same old.
Good old Client. We all know how that goes. So last game we had the purple side, Manly Man Club, with a swooping victory and no real comeback from the blue side. So we'll be looking to see if Subsonic can turn that around this time.
I mean, I think like the game was entirely decided on laning phase. Basically, Sana was able to get such an early lead. It was a huge lead on CS and kills and items, everything.
Yeah, despite the really nice team comp that we had on Subsonic, you're right, they really weren't able to take advantage of that. Alright, we got the bans going on here. First ban, Elise, coming out from the blue side. Elise and a Xin Zhao ban, kind of expected, probably with the plays from Manly Man Club.
Win now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has that patch gone live yet? Do you know? I haven't kept up.
Which patch?
The one that the most recent one they've announced, the nerf like Xin Zhao and Nidalee and all them.
I don't believe so, but I'm not sure.
That's a good ban then.
Manly Man Club has won twice in a row with Xin Zhao, just really shutting down with the invades and counter jungling. And kind of a hesitation on the bans, and then we have an Amumu ban coming out despite the loss last game from Subsonic, who picked him up. And might even be a targeted ban, because they actually banned out Gragas, which is the character that I believe the mid played last time on Manly Man Club.
Yeah, Gragas was really able to shut down Rise in mid. I really think that Rise kind of misplayed that matchup because went for Chalice here and Chalice to Harmony, which is kind of weird for a Rise to go for.
And actually, we even have a Tristana ban coming out, so it looks like they were a little bit frustrated last game with that bottom lane.
Looks like they were frustrated by all of the picks of last game.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the new characters they pick here on Manly Man Club are.
Yeah, I mean, the season has just basically started, so we don't know much about any team yet, so there's still a large champion pool. See what they pick.
That's interesting. I'm interested to see picking Malphite into Morgana. That Morgana pick is pretty much we're gonna run AoE comps, and your AoE comps aren't gonna be as effective. And then they pick AoE directly into Morgana.
Yeah,
Again,
it's kind of weird.
you know, you say these things, and then of course the team just has so much of an advantage it doesn't matter. But in a close team fight with a well-played Morgana, Malphite's gonna have a really hard time locking down an important target choice via Morgana's. And she can actually flash past the Malphite ult and ult herself, and it pretty much negates both ults. And the fact of the matter is Morgana's ult lasts longer, which gives their team an advantage. Morgana's a very strong counter-initiate on AoE initiates, because she can reverse AoE initiate a lot stronger than any AoE initiate in the game.
Yeah, and if Morgana spell shield, I mean, they're 80 carry, and Malphite ults, the 80 carry, will basically be a wasted ults and wasted everything, and they'll just be able to probably win the fight if he does do that. So.
Alright, so we're seeing Soraka picked up early, which is interesting, unless something got changed. I haven't seen her in a really long time, and it's against pretty much the most meta bottom lane at the moment, which MF Tark. So I would definitely give the edge to the MF Tark bottom lane, especially because Hecarim can't really apply a lot of early pressure, especially not with CC in the bottom lane. And so all that early advantage that they're going to have via poke isn't going to be really able... They have almost no kill potential with all the sustain they have, because they have no CC between Soraka, Hecarim, and Urgot until Urgot hits level 6, and even then it's a single target CC. So I don't really see how that extra sustain and that extra poke is really going to play into kills for them unless there's a misplay on the other team. Actually, there's just a general lack of CC on the blue team. They're going to really look to Morgana to be the one to initiate, or Urgot. And Morgana's better for counter initiation than actually initiation itself. So we'll see how that goes. Again, execution is everything. Theory can only go so far.
I'm also interested where is Malphite and Jarvan gonna go, because we haven't seen Malphite jungle, but it could be.
Yeah, it's Jarvan jungle. There you go. Yeah, I definitely give the lane advantages to the purple team, and the team fight advantage as well to the purple team. The Malphite versus the Darius top is just pretty much a stall lane, farm lane.
And that Ahri pick, I mean, it's a pretty good pick against, like, Hecarim. I mean, like, it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, you know?
Yeah, Morgana actually can lock down Ahri, though. Ahri has a really good escape mechanism for most mids, but Morgana actually, if she does hit the bind, she pops the ultimate and then matches Ahri's ult flash, she can actually lock her down. It's whether Hecarim can supply enough damage to help finish. But pretty much, there's almost no kill potential for blue team except in mid lane. So, unless there's some misplays on the purple team side, this will go to the first dragon fight without it getting too out of hand via the blue side, considering you guys did say the blue side's been doing better. So where do you think the junglers are going to start? How do you see the early engagements going out? Early invades?
I mean, Jarvan will probably win against Hecarim early again, just because it's early ganking, and level 2 is just overall superior to Hecarim. But
how do you think they'll set up?
I don't know. I mean, they could go for an invade because they do have Taric. I mean, Taric can lead, and it's kind of scary to lead with that stun. It's fabulous.
But at the same time, they have Morgana, Soraka, and Darius. So that is a snare, a pull, and a silence, so you can't flash out if needed.
That's true.
So both teams have a pretty good invading. And I would see, like, let's say I was playing this matchup, I wouldn't have probably picked this team for the blue team. But if I did have this team against purple team, I'd definitely apply pressure to their red buff, especially since they are blue side. I'd probably ward the entrance to my own red buff, push pressure on their red buff, take away that early gank from Jarvan, both pretty much out of the top lane, and just play safe in the bottom lane. You're not going to go for big plays at level 1 with Soraka or Urgot anyway. You're pretty much going to like delay the lane anyway, so you might as well take away Jarvan's early pressure top and control the top side of the map while playing really passive on bottom and mid, and for mid, warding top side and just playing toward top as Morgana, and using like the skill shots from top to like push Ahri to bottom. That way also you have gank for Hecarim from bottom on Ahri if she doesn't start an early ward. That's how I'd run it. And then as purple team, I just play really far back. You have the advantage early game with those Jarvan ganks, so you don't need to exert that much force at level 1. And their level 1 team is good, but not great. So that's what I'd see if I was best case scenario for both these teams. I'd see very defensive play from purple team in terms of warding their own red, knowing the blue team would go for their red, and blue team controlling that red and hopefully not getting engaged upon. But we'll see how they handle it.
Yeah, I mean, just like just spreading out the team. Purple team should pretty much spread out their team and kind of ward their wraiths or ward somewhere so they can get some vision of where people are. And if they don't, they will suspect something fishy is going on. So hopefully they'll be able to react to that. Blue team can do so many things though early game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, blue team's gonna have the advantage up until that. I really think purple team just has the first dragon in hand. Blue team's gonna need to get some early towers to even have an advantage of dragon, in my opinion. There's just way too much AoE, and Morgana probably will not be able to have Azanias at that point. So to get off her ult, she's pretty much gonna have to Black Shield herself, which puts her team in a really precarious situation. AK, unless she gets an amazing ult, they pretty much have to forfeit that dragon.
Damn, that pink tart. So fabulous. I can't get over how fabulous he is. I can't play him like at all, but I love him.
Plus a really long name, Armor of the 5th Age Tarek. A lot of words.
Should have a pink purse too.
So I think the skin intimidation is pretty clear on this one. It's 3-3 with a pink Tarek. I mean, yeah. I don't even think we need to talk about that. And bottom lane is just a mismatch. It's a total mismatch. I mean, look at those Misfortune Tarek skin versus nothing. I don't see it going well for the blue team.
And we're seeing a lot of barriers. Urgot and Ref running those barriers. It's kind of curious.
Well, I could see that. There really is no way to keep, like, for cleanse to be useful for Urgot, outside of laning phase. Malphite, you can't really cleanse his ult. It's a knockup. I mean, it looks pretty, I guess. The only thing you can really cleanse is the attack speed debuff, and I guess the ignite. But Tark, with a dive team like Darius and Hecarim and Morgana, is not going to be playing aggro. Misfortune cannot fend for herself, so Tark's going to be babysitting for the most of the fight, I think. I also think Ahri's going to be babysitting as well, if the team fight goes, is how I think. So Urgot, I understand the barrier, because there really isn't going to be any targeted CC for him in the back line. He's just going to have to try to burn down Jarvan and Malphite. And for the Misfortune, on the other hand, I mean, I can see it, but there's a lot to be said for actually getting out of Morgana's ult.
Yeah, Morgana's gonna be scary for MF.
The other thing being is, I don't know. I guess I see the barrier both ways. I'd probably get cleansed myself on Misfortune.
I mean,
It's
that
like-
Morgana slow and the snare is just so terror. Especially if you're an 80 carry and you just get caught out of nowhere. It's a 2-second snare at max level, I think. So it's pretty scary if you're just caught out of nowhere.
Especially for Misfortune, who doesn't really have any escape mechanisms.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing blue team playing pretty aggressive. I mean, they're looking for this red.
they might be doing what I thought they'd do, but they did ward their own red, so that's good. But I do think they wasted a ward at raids. I don't think that ward will last long enough.
Alright, let's get this synced up. My stream's a little bit slow to load. I'm still at the loading screen. Yeah.
I see.
Alright, do you want to reset it to 0 with me?
Sure.
Ready, set, go. Alright. Got it loaded at 03, 04, 05, 06, 07.
Alright, I'm just a little bit behind you, but that's okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
Alright, so Soraka is running out. I don't know where Darius is going for the blue team. But Soraka looks like she's going to go board her own red, which we did see that she does do. And the rest of the team looks like they're spreading out. I do like the path that Morgana took. She should have waited there just for a little bit longer. Oh, it looks like she's actually going to be the one to place the ward. Okay, that's an interesting ward. Sort of a waste of her mid ward, in my opinion. But we'll see if they can do anything with it. They're going to have that ward until about 350. So, I mean, they will see the person take the race with that, but it doesn't really give much vision other than that. Let's see if I can just... I guess that gives some... I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it in my head, like trying to justify it, but I don't know. We'll see. So purple team...
I guess... I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, purple team isn't wasting any wards in the early game. So as long as they come out with no deaths by 4 minutes, I guess they're ahead like 150 gold. But hopefully blue team can do something with this vision advantage.
Looks like Hacker isn't picking up wolves. That's kind of strange.
Maybe he's going straight blue to red. I mean, they saw vision that they didn't go to their own red. Well, at least they have assumed vision that the other team didn't ward their own red because they got that ward in fast.
But why wouldn't he do his wolves earlier if you had Morgana and Darius there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You'll notice efficiency of these junglers is usually really low, and it's something that they can make big strides to improve upon.
I mean, wolves are free. Why wouldn't you take free stuff? Free stuff is cool.
Dude, handouts. Some people like hard mode, man. Game isn't challenging enough. You need to make it harder.
It's head cap.
It doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything with these wards. There wasn't even a ping laid down on Jarvan, from what I could tell, with him walking through that Wraith ward. And it doesn't look like Morgana is really playing as if, like, she's not putting any pressure with that knowledge. And neither is top lane or bottom lane. Actually, bottom lane is getting aggressed upon.
That was a pretty good trade for purple. Actually, the map is getting pretty low.
Now it is, yeah. That'd be first blood.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
There's the horse.
Yeah, there's the horse. I think that was a bit of a misplay by Soraka. When you're in a sustain lane and you go sort of even on an engagement, I mean, it was close enough to be even. And you're Soraka, you win that engagement. As long as you don't engage again for the next 60 seconds. Like, you won.
You can just heal it up.
Pat yourself on like, yeah. No reason to really waste your exhaust, especially since it didn't look like they were on the same page. I mean, she exhausted him pretty much for the duration of the exhaust. Nobody fought. So, a little bit of a miscommunication and a mis-exhaust. Maybe a little bit of a misplay on the character itself, so. And that was sort of forced by Jarvan, but
Yeah.
good pressure, I guess.
Really weird gank, especially considering that top is kind of open for ganks. Jarvan decided to go mid and through this weird route. That didn't even knock up Morgana, but oh well. I guess
Morgana is
puts
really
pressure.
hard to gank. A well-played Morgana is almost impossible to gank.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't see any kill potential coming out of Ahri. It should be a pretty much a farm lane for Ahri, and every once in a while Morgana will have an opportunity to take kills on Ahri if she gets a good enough gank.
Or she lands a Q.
I don't think you can 100 to 0. I don't think if either person plays well, I don't think you'll see hundreds of zeros.
I mean, if you get like a slightly earlier to level 6, you might be able to force something there.
It would require you actually staying in lane like they are now, and I don't know if you noticed they're both out of wards. So that'd be like really ballsy to go all in when you don't have vision. I'd actually consider that a misplay even if you get a kill out of it, because more times than not, going all in like that will get you killed with no vision.
That is true, but if you have vision with the jungler, then
Yeah, but they
you could
don't.
go
There's
for
no
it.
wards. Well, I guess blue team has wards bot side, but that won't be where. I don't know. I mean, if she sees Jarvan going bottom, I guess she could force something mid, but I think it would be very situational for a kill to come out mid lane without a jungler gank.
Let's see what Jarvan can do up top against Darius. Okay, I guess they forced the flash, but I don't think that Jarvan should have EQ'd so early. I'm not exactly sure, because it's kind of a really low kill potential. Against the Darius with flash with a Malphite, that's almost but I guess that works.
Yeah, I personally would have waited for the CC to run out from the slow, like right as it was running out, so you can chain the CCs. But yeah, there wasn't a kill probably coming out of that. I don't even think he needed to flash, to be honest. I think he could have saved that to try to get an ignite for his flash. Personally,
That's true.
because there's really no way he could die unless Malphite ignite flashed and autoed him, and even then, like, as long as he flashed away once Malphite ignited flashed, he's at least trading summoners that way. But
Yeah.
you know, reactionary. Sometimes it's just better to make sure no plays happen than try to outplay.
Or something going terribly, terribly wrong.
Okay, so we do see, you know, blue team has an advantage in gold. But a lot of that has to do with top lane. Like a big deal of that has to do with top lane. Like most of the gold advantage in this game is coming from top lane. And Malphite will be useful no matter what. Ah, that was a good bait by Tarek. He should get out though.
That was a lot of summoners blown.
Oh, what's MF
Oh
doing?
god, MF. Oh god. Oh god.
That I don't know. I guess worth. Like the worth is questionable there.
It needs to be typed in all chat first, though.
I don't know why. I actually think that was absolutely free if Urgot didn't turn around. Like I think MF just would have died if Urgot just threw a Q backwards and kept running.
I don't know, man. It was just they wasted a lot of summoners. They exhausted Jarvan. They didn't have any stuns up. No more chasing potential, and MF kind of went really ham there. Just
Kills
with
are worth
autos.
more on MF than they are on Urgot.
I guess, yeah.
So I mean, there's that. I mean, she's feeding a Soraka Urgot in trade for feeding herself and Jarvan. So I mean, if you try to think of it that way, I mean, silver lining. But it's risky, and I didn't even see that working out 100%.
Is Darius gonna kill Malphite? Come on, Darius. Come on, Darius. You have ult. Come on, do it.
Malphite didn't build any health, which
It's
is
a
pretty
really weird
much
Malphite
what
build.
you want to build versus Darius. Like, I don't care what character you're playing, it's like, you build health top against him.
That's a really, really weird build that he has
I'm
on.
wondering what he'll build out of it right now.
Chalice or something? I don't know. Oh, bye, Jarvan. And he flashes. And still dies. To the bleed. And ignite. That was a really bad misplay.
Yeah, I'd say almost after about the 8-minute mark, tanking top is really pointless if your top laner's behind like that. Malphite also should have told his jungler that, hey, ult, ignite, like, the dunk master is full, you know? Like, be very careful.
True damage.
Yeah. Oh,
And Tarek is dead.
Tark's dead. They should be able to get a dragon out of this if, Hecarim stops tanking damage. Ooh, who blew flash there? Oh, Urgot did. Interesting. And so did MF. So double flash. Yeah. Ari can't do anything. What's she doing?
What
Well,
is she
aren't they
doing?
turning? Why? Okay, now they turned. Oh, Jarvan's there, that's why. Oh. Everybody blows flash. Okay. So... Flashes are down, so there won't be a dragon fight, that's for sure. Or it's gonna be the riskiest dragon fight of all time, considering I think blue team is in the driver's seat to drag a dragon, but they're on the wrong side to take drag. It's a safer take for purple team. So we'll see another 5 minutes of laning or so. Dragon. Good.
I just see them blow
Jarvan
random
could have
flashes.
ulted there. Yeah. It was really cool because actually Morgana and Ari were Morgana ulted for Ari, right? And Ari ult flashed away as Morgana flashed away. So neither of them had to flash.
소환사 한 명이 게임을 종료했습니다.
There's been a pause.
There's a pause. Damn.
I'm actually gonna go live. Do you guys want to go live? Actually,
Let's go live.
Force
Let's
me
do it.
live. Pause happened. Yeah. Alright, cool. Resumed. Yeah. Oh, wait. What's going on? Wait.
Is Ari gonna die? I think Ari might die. Come on, Morgana. Do that flash Q ignite. Do it. I believe
Are you
it.
guys on 11:05?
I'm trying.
I am.
I'm at 11. Yeah, 11:05.
Okay.
And the Soraka. What? What's going on? Like all I see is like everybody's. How'd she hit that Q?
I have no clue. We just left this mini.
How did that happen? I hope that's a spectator bot. If I was that Ari, I'd just be like, what? Alright, so we can look at the CS now. There's a huge lead top. There's a huge lead in the jungle, huge lead from Morgana, and decent lead bot. So it just...
building.
I don't know what I'm building. It's a word mail because he's against AB, but it doesn't give any health, which is what you need against leads and true damage. But it just seems like the blue team is just better in lane than the purple team, and it's gonna win them. Well, I mean, it's gonna win them a lot of games unless purple team can pull aggressive, like they can play aggressive. So they should look at this game and sort of watch their own lanes and see how they got behind in terms of CS and lane advantages. I don't think the picks are the problem, to be honest.
I think Malphite's itemization is terrible.
I think MF itemization is pretty weak too.
What is she? What? What is that?
She's building Black Cleaver with only one other AD on her team. But that's not what's going to cost her the game if they do lose. It's not going to be the Black Cleaver. It's going to be, you know, everybody getting behind like 40 farm in lane. Hurts a lot more than the Black Cleaver does.
I mean, like, if you get a Black Cleaver and you get a full channel MF ult, I guess that does as much damage as...
Because she has an AoE comp. However, they're against a sustained lane. She did get that Vampiric early, but they aren't forcing anything. Like, she's rushing for that, like, team fight, but, like, they're not team fighting.
I don't know what Jarvan is doing. Like, He just walked into top lane and decided that baiting Darius is a good idea by standing in a bush while being in full vision and just standing there, being like, "Yo, I'm Jarvan. What you can do about it?"
Darius is gonna go shop. They are invading their blue, which is interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
purple team has no.
What? What happened? Did EDC?
Me?
You just like cut off for like a while there.
Oh, that's weird. Purple team really has no vision on the map. They have two wards right now. They have a pink ward in their river bush, but Jarvan has never ganked. So they're not clearing the wards out for that. And then they have pretty much two wards bottom and then wards nowhere else on the map. And they're running an AoE team, which means they want a team fight early. They want a team fight early and they want a team fight hard. Like this. This is good.
Yep. There we go.
That was good.
Play.
Right now, off of this, they should get tower. They shouldn't care about dragon or anything else. Ahri should put pressure middle. Malphite should just try to hold his tower, and Bot should try to take tower. Right now, Jarvan needs to help them push this, or Jarvan needs to go mid. Oh, they're spending way too much time harassing Hecarim. There was no damage put on that tower.
They could have done dragon. I don't understand why they didn't just do dragon.
I think tower would have been better, to be honest.
Yeah, they could have gone that too.
It's always there for them. You know, for team fights, that dragon. They don't want to take dragon. They want to fight with dragon. They want the other team to take dragon. That's what they want. That tower is what they
Oh man,
really.
mid lane.
Yep. Why did Morgana flash? Good play. Got the kill. I guess she kill assured it. If her Soraka somehow could heal the other Ahri. But good job. There was a kill out mid lane. I didn't go back and watch it, but pretty sure just Ahri overstayed her welcome. For them, for an AoE comp, you really the team-wide objectives you don't actually want to take. It sounds counterintuitive, but you want to take solo objectives like towers and then stall out the team objectives because you want to fight them. You don't want to take them. You want to get the other team and your team there at the same time. And the goal isn't dragon. The goal is an ace and a mid tower. That's what the goal of dragon is for an AoE comp. I mean, yeah, they could have taken dragon, but dragon is worth pretty much the same to them as a tower, and that tower would have led to more. When their jungler is behind the way he is, that tower would help their jungler hold their blue, which they already lost, and take more advantages bottom for them. And they need MF to get fed.
Yeah. Oh god, Darius. Oh god, Darius. You can dunk people.
Welcome
That's
to this.
ridiculous.
Yeah. This game is going to come down to the first team fight or second team. Ooh, nice catch by Morgana.
Yeah, Morgana's been landing a lot of those Qs. It's been kind of surprising.
Ahri really needs to ward. If she's gonna go keep taking wraiths the way she is, that bush, that side bush for mid, that top mid bush needs to get warded for her, because she is taking Q after Q blindly, where Morgana like sort of has vision of her, and she doesn't have any vision of those Qs, and they come in invisible, so they're like impossible to dodge if you don't have vision of her. So she needs to be. Again, you look at the ward coverage. There's 2 wards bottom and no other wards on the map for purple. And this is actually the least wards blue has ever had, and they still have wards in the opponent's jungle, creating a line of control. If you look, top tower has been taken, so that jungle sort of belongs to them, because there is no vision in that area. So blue team is controlling that area of the map with those 2 wards. So that is actually as close to their dominance as it is for purple.
Oh, good Team doing a really good job. Good kills. Good fight. For them. Really good fight. Oh, God, can't aim Q. GG. Not enough range. What the heck? Did everyone leave? Everyone left Hecarim and Urgot by themselves.
Ah, they chased a little far. Again, like these teams, they don't want to take these towers. Like right there, don't chase MF. MF got out. It sucked. She got out with like 10 health. Shit hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, feelings. You know, like damn that MF got out with like 10 health. You want to? It's like damn, I want to kill her. Yeah, I want to kill her. But you have to let her. You have to let her go. And take that tower. Take those advantages when you have them. They keep winning these odd-ended fights, both teams. And after they win, they don't take advantage. They look for more kills instead of, you know, taking that tower. If blue team would have taken that tower, they would have had the 2 outer towers taken, which means they can apply so much pressure to those outer lanes just by, like, clearing minions as they get to their tower, that they can siege middle pretty much for free. And that blue buff would have been taking is really easy.
They're getting bottom tower. Finally, someone's pushing a tower in this game. Thank you.
Yeah. So now the towers evened. Both red size towers are down. Which should mean the next big fight should be for blue buff or mid towers. And it looks like Ari's gonna take advantage of this mid tower.
Are they gonna go for dragon as well? I think they are, yeah.
Hecarim's gonna notice it, but I don't really think their team is in position to take this away.
Maybe Hecarim can smite steal? Does he have ult? Yeah.
Oh.
Nope.
They're gonna catch him for this or no?
Oh, wow.
Got it. Okay, what they need to do right here is take mid tower.
Pressure something.
Take
They
it.
have a kill advantage. They have so much.
They want to
Such a
catch
huge
this.
advantage.
They keep like every time they see Urgot on wards, they keep going. They need to take this mid tower. Yeah. Cool. Took a little longer than it needed to, but they are gonna take this mid tower down. Should back off right away and actually get wards on. They should rush their opponent's blue and stall out a Baron. That's how. Like they need to look at the scoreboard right now and realize that like their team comp is ahead, but they're behind. Oh, okay. So Malphite ulted. They should be able to get a kill out of this. Oh, unless he gets juked so hard. Oh, he
Oh,
flashed
God. Oh,
makes
dunk
it.
him.
Oh my god, they used ult. Okay. So now they just need a back. They need to get
Wow, look
Ari too. And then they just
Look at Ari's build is ridiculous. Revolver.
yeah.
That's like early season 2. The memories.
It's not the best. At least Malphite finally got health, so he's no longer the winner for weirdest build. I think now Jarvan's in the lead for strangest build in this game.
Wow.
They need to get Ari her blue. Like that blue has been up forever, and same with the Wraiths and Wolves and the red. Pretty much everything in their jungle has been up for like at least 3 minutes. I mean, I guess they got a dragon out of it, but they're not even making any attempt to clear it out, and that's part of the gold that comes into their pocket, and they're just not taking it. They're too good for jungle gold.
Let's see how the fight goes.
Oh, this is
Wow.
I don't even know. They're standing on top of each other. It looks like blue team won. Right? I don't even know what's going on. Well, blue team should take the next tower out of this. I have a fear that they're partly gonna back or partly gonna go for Baron, but they should just.
My God.
Yeah, okay, they're gonna push the tower. Sweet.
They all just grouped up like for Darius's AoE Urgot's AoE, Morgana's AoE, everyone's AoE just got destroyed.
Yeah, but for the same time, they sort of grouped up for each other's AoE.
But they interrupted like MF's ult. MF was like completely not in the right place if you can get jumped by 3 people.
I think they could have turned on Jarvan there, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much just they threw themselves at each other. There wasn't really a lot of thought. It was just like, who has the better items at this point? Um, the fact that Ari got sort of caught in that AoE is just sort of mispositioning on Ari's part. Um, yeah, as MF, I would have either been in a lot farther back or waited for Hecarim to ult before I ulted. But I mean, they just sort of threw each other at it. I mean, Jarvan did catch like all 5 members of blue team in his ult, and they AoE through it, and they just couldn't take anybody down. Like, that is not that would be very discouraging for me if I was on purple team at this moment. Okay, you see pings coming out for both top tower and for Baron. If I was blue team, I would just push up middle, let them take this top tower and base race them. Like, take their inhibitor and trade it for 2 towers. Trade tower and inhibitor for 2 towers.
I think they want to fight though. I mean, they're looking to fight.
But they don't have a better late game. Like, I actually think Purple has it.
Oh god. Ari might get caught. Tons of AoE everywhere.
Ari waited way too long to ult, and she ulted for damage, not for positioning.
And was exhausted too, so did less damage.
MF 1v5? Nope.
남은
I had a dream. But it didn't happen. Right now, I would just back.
I think they can push this tower a little bit, and then
Yeah, but see, the other thing right now is their AD carry is really low. And everybody is coming up at the purple team at the same time, and same with their jungler. They're all really low. The other team can just force them off this tower and go straight for Baron because they didn't back.
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
that is true. But I don't know if they're gonna be able to do the Baron fast enough, especially considering that they don't have any ability Rune Kings or Madreds. So
Yeah, but they can tank with that Woda.
it's
At
kind
least
of iffy.
I think they could have done it, and then
팀 포탑이
they could have forced a
파괴되었습니다.
bad engagement. I mean, they still see Hecarim on the map, like with no mana. I don't think that's that iffy. They really should take Dragon out of this if they don't have the man cojones to go take Baron. That blue buff and that Dragon right now with the health that Hecarim's at.
That Ari build is giving me a headache right now. What the heck?
There's not a lot of damage out of it.
There's no damage.
So yeah, it's not the best build, but it's something that she can, move forward on. That. Okay, so they know it's They know it's at least a 5v4. Yeah,
They're not getting caught out.
it wasn't even Urgot's fault. Like, somebody was gonna get caught out there. Whoever Jarvan ulted was dead.
Yeah.
They should have done that a lot faster. I mean, they knew. Again, Hecarim, big. That's Hecarim's fault. Urgot's death is not Urgot's fault. That's Hecarim's fault for not backing when he needed to. He cost them that dragon, and he cost them their lives. They needed to give up that dragon. Against a better team, they would have given up Baron for that play by Hecarim.
Oh wow.
They lose the game.
Oh my god, that Morgana ult just caught everyone. And Ari is like tickling everyone.
She doesn't even have a Rylai's.
I think Soraka does more damage than Ari right now.
Yeah. I think they have some AP, actually. Let me check. Soraka.
Soraka's
Nah,
an actual AP item.
nah. I mean, Ari has 90. Wait, 80. Ari has 80 plus runes. Soraka has 50. 70. Actually, Ari has Soraka has 75 and Ari has 80. It's battle, Soraka.
Oh God.
Use it. Okay. I'd say again, bad Baron call. I don't know. Again, they had
It's
that.
not a terrible Baron call.
Yeah,
They
but
don't have any war control though.
that open inhibitor, man. When they need to end this game soon. And they have Urgot, Soraka, Morgana. And they want this game to end now. They need to close this out before 40 minutes. Inhibitors will help you more than Barons will. Inhibitors.
Soraka's like endgame will be like insane though, because like 100% she's gonna get like a death cap or something. She'd be like spellcast Soraka, dude.
I don't know.
Income death cap.
Let's see. Alright, so how I see this playing out. They have the Baron. They have it on all 5 members. Where do you think they're gonna go with this, in your opinion?
I think they're just gonna probably like power down mid because they can honestly just siege someone, force the fight, and just win because of Morgana's insane ult. She doesn't have flash up, but she can still pull off pretty good ults. Then if Urgot catches someone out, it's I don't know. It depends on like who lends what on who, really.
I think they have 2 options right now. They really do. They could go top and mid right now. They could go top and mid and then back off and try to end the game, which is a smart thing to do based on their comp. Or they can go bottom and mid. Unfortunately, their backing off would be the end of their Baron at that. Whereas going top and mid right now, if they actually push, but right now they're not pushing. They actually put
They're
top
wasting Baron.
able to actually go into that base against the double turrets with Baron still up at the end of their Baron and be able to have an opportunity to end this game. If they went bottom and mid and took those 3 towers and 2 inhibitors, they'd run their Baron and they wouldn't have minions there to end the game. But that next Baron would be theirs by right. There'd be no way for that team to contend that Baron with the amount of pressure pushed bottom of the map. There'd be no way for them to get wards top without, like, the other team would just camp their jungle, take minions top, put pressure top, and just camp top jungle, and that next Baron belongs to them, and they could end it in the next Baron. There's the aggressive play and the safe play. They didn't really do either, so that comment's sort of worthless, but I guess they are pushing up middle.
I mean, I've thought of full ults, but I don't think it matters that much.
Nah. And a really bad ult by Malphite, only catching 1 person. He went to try to stop Morgana's ult, but it was already too late. This should end the game. Again,
No, probably.
I'm more interested in the killing MF than the tower.
Kills
And the
KDA.
This is an LCS, there isn't a prize for highest KDA. The
Should be
game.
though.
That's season 2 stuff, man. Don't give away our trade secrets. Alright, well, that was well played. A couple missteps early, and they just got behind lane. And or got a
That's
straight
game.
minutes on the podium.